Hello, dear students, and welcome to this first lecture in the grammar course. In today's lecture, we are going to deal with the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. Studying tenses, we can focus on things, on two main things. These are called form and function. Every tense has a form. Form means the structure of the tense. For example, subject, auxiliary verb, past participle. This is in case of the present perfect. We have got here in this diagram. This diagram shows the difference between form and function or uses. So the form means the rule of a given verb. So the rule of the present perfect is we come from the present perfect by using a subject plus have or has plus past participle, the third form of the verb. You have to memorize these verbs. There's an appendix at the end of your textbook. Yes, on the irregular verbs. So this is the form. This is called the form. In terms of the function or the use of the verb, every tense has several uses depending. A given tense can be used depending on the nature of the action or events, when or how an action happens. Okay, so for example, the uses of the present perfect tense are, for example, this tense is used to introduce new information, or when the action happened in the past has a result now. When an action happened in the past has a result now. So there is a connection between the past and the present. In this case, we use the present perfect. So these are very important. You have to keep in mind when studying tenses. When you would like to speak or write something, when you listen, you have to pay attention. So let's start now with the uses. Yeah, by the way, uses or functions of tenses are going to be emphasized. Because they are very important. Form can be learned easily. Yes. So item A. The first use of the present perfect, we can use the present, as we have mentioned earlier. The present perfect can be used to introduce new information or news. For example, yes, we can say, for example, ow, I have broken my glasses. So this is new information. Or in the second example, and has won a big prize. So pay attention to the form. We've got here have, broken, has won. Yes, Andy has won a big prize. And the third example, have you heard Uncle George has crashed the car again? Have you heard Uncle George has crashed the car again? So this is news. Well, in item B, the second function of the present perfect. Well, the present perfect simple can be used to talk about finished events. Finished events, completed events happened in the past and completed. But these events are connected with the present in some way or another. So there is a connection between the present and between the past and the present. When used, so keep in mind when we use the present perfect, we are talking about the present, the past and present at the same time. We are talking about so there is a connection between the past and the present. That's to say, the action that happened in the past has a result now. we can see, we can feel the result of that action. Yeah, I mean the present situation is affected by the action happened in the past. Yes, in this example, yeah, look at the girl. There is beside her, there is a broken vase. So the action, yeah, this can be expressed in the present perfect. This action could be or should be expressed in the present perfect simple because this action happened in the past and it has a result now. It has a connection with now. So we can say she has broken the vase. She has broken the vase. So the breakage of vase happened in the past and the vase is still broken. It cannot be used. So this is one of the uses, one of the function of the present perfect. Another example, I can't go on holiday. Yeah, to just explain the connection between the past and the present. Now I can't go on holiday. This is in the present. I can't go on holiday. Why? Because I have broken my leg. So my leg being broken affects the present situation. Affects the present situation in that I can't go on holiday. So in this regard, we could change a present perfect tense into a present sentence with a similar meaning. We could change a present perfect sentence into a present sentence with a similar meaning. For example, I've broken my leg. This is a present perfect. We can say with the same meaning, my leg is broken now. So you can feel the connection between past and present in these examples. The second example, Mary has had a baby. This is present perfect. So it has a connection with the present situation. We can say Mary now has a baby. Tom has lost his key. He doesn't have it now. He doesn't have it now. So there's a possibility, yeah, to talk about the past and present at the same time. And yes, by using present perfect, yeah, by using present perfect simple. In item C, this is the third use of the present perfect simple. It can be used the present perfect simple can be used to express a period of time that continues from the past until now. Continues from the past until now. The action started in the past and it is happening until now. In this case, we might use time words. These are called time words. These which are written in red, like ever, never, recently, in the last few days. Ever, never, recently, in the last few days, so far, today, this evening, this year, etc. Are also used. These are used when we talk about a period of time that continues until now. For example, have you traveled a lot? Have you traveled a lot? Yes. You traveled in the past, and I'm asking whether you are still traveling or not now. Have you read Hamlet? No, I haven't read any of Shakespeare's Hamlet. So the reading of Shakespeare's plays might start in the past until now, whether I have read or not. Yes, the fourth item B, the fourth use of the present perfect, it can be used the present perfect can be used with just, already, and yet. Pay attention, these adverbs has their own rules and functions. We use just, starting with just, we use just to say that an action has happened a short time ago. Have just happened. Yes. For example, are you hungry? No, I have just had lunch. So having lunch happened a short time ago. Or would you like a cup of tea? Thanks, I have just had one. So in these sentences, the action happened just a short time ago. Regarding already, we use already to say that something happened sooner than expected. For example, sooner than expected. Don't forget to pay your electricity bill. Don't forget to pay your electricity bill. Okay, so this is not, paying the bill is not bill, electricity bill is not expected. So we can use already. I have already paid it. Okay, so the speaker here doesn't expect that the electricity bill is paid. The example here, yeah, shows the function of already. I've already paid it. Pay attention to the position of already. Already is placed before the main verb, before the past participle. What time, another example, what time is Mark leaving? So the speaker here doesn't expect that, or might think that Mark is still here. So the answer is he has, or he's already left. So this is a function of already. Yes. Yet, the adverb yet is used when the speaker is expecting something to happen. Is expecting something to happen. Still, the action or the event doesn't happen, doesn't occur. Yet is used only in questions. So these are the rule of yet you have to keep in mind. Yet is used only in questions and negative sentences. Questions and negative sentences. Mostly. For example, has it stopped raining yet? Has it stopped raining yet? So this is a question. In the second example, I've written the email, but I haven't sent it yet. I haven't sent it yet. So yet used with the question and negative. And just see the position of yet. Yet is placed at the end of the sentence, at the end of the sentence. Yeah, these are the rules of these adverbs. I have made clear earlier. Yet is usually used at the end of the sentence. Already could be placed before the main verb, and is also possible to come at the end. For emphasis, when we would like to emphasize something, an idea, an action, we put already at the end. Just is used, is usually placed before the main verb, and is mostly used with affirmative sentences. So these are the main points regarding the present perfect tense. Now we move to study another tense, which is called the present perfect continuous, or the present perfect progressive. المضارع التام المستمر. Yeah, the same thing as we explained in introducing the present perfect tense. In this tense as well, we can talk about both the form and the function. And both of these criteria are important. Well, in terms of the form, present perfect continuous, this is uh, the rule of the present perfect continuous. We've got here a subject. Subject can be either a pronoun or a noun. Plus have. We use have when the subject is we, you. This is very simple, very elementary information. You know already, I mean. So we've got have as an auxiliary verb plus been plus verb plus ing. For example, I have been doing. So this is the form of the present perfect continuous. When the verb is singular, she, he, she, it, or a singular noun, we use has instead of have plus been plus bing. For example, she has been doing. This is the form of the present perfect continuous. Now we come to the uses, the function of the present when this verb used, depending on the nature of the actions or the events. The first use of the present perfect continuous can be used to express an activity that has recently stopped, or just stopped. There is a connection with now. So in this regard, this tense, sorry, present perfect, the present perfect continuous shares this function with the present perfect simple. So there should be a connection with now. For example, you are out of breath. Have you been running? So the action of running has recently stopped, and you're still in the situation of running. You are out of breath. Have you been running? Paul is very tired. Sorry. Paul is very tired. Now he is tired. He has been working very hard. Pay attention to the how to abbreviate the auxiliary has with he. He has been working very hard. So he might be still working, or the action of work has recently stopped. There is a main difference between the present perfect simple and present perfect continuous. Yes. In the present perfect simple, we are interested in the completion of the action. The present perfect simple focuses on the completion of the action. The action has completed, has finished, but is connected with the present situation, with now in a way or another. Yeah, we mentioned this fact earlier. The focus in the present perfect continuous, perfect progressive, the focus is on the duration of the action. We are after the activity. We are interested in the activity. So when we use the present perfect continuous, we convey a message to the listener, to the reader, that we are interested in the duration of the action, interested in the activity, not in the completion of the action. Well, now item B, the second use, the second function of the present perfect continuous. It can be used to express an activity which is still happening or has just stopped. It's the same as the one before, okay? But the difference is still happening. There's a relation with now. Or has just stopped. In this sense, how, long, for, since are used for this tense. Well, let's study this example. We've got here a picture. You see this person. He is sitting. He's hiding under the table or desk. So we can use the present perfect to express such to talk about this situation. He has been sitting under the desk for the last hour. So this activity started in the past and is still happening, or have just stopped. Okay, so we are interested in, as I said earlier, we are interested in the activity, the duration of the action for the last hour. Another example, how long has it been raining? How long has it been raining? So here the question is about the duration of the action of raining. How long has it been raining? So this is the answer. The answer is focusing on emphasizing the period of the time, the duration of the time. الفترة الزمنية. It has been raining for 2 hours. It has been raining for 2 hours. Yes, in item C, this is the third use of the present perfect continuous. It can be used to express actions repeated over a period of time. Repeated over a period of time. أحداث تتكرر بفترة زمنية. For example, Sylvia is a very good tennis player. She has been playing tennis since she was 8. She has been playing tennis since she was 8. Yes, she plays. Sylvia plays tennis so many times, repeatedly, till now. Every morning, the other example, every morning they meet in the same cafe. So this action, meeting in the same cafe happened frequently in the past, till now. So this action, for this action, we use the present perfect continuous. We can say they have been going there for years. They have been going there for years. Thank you very much for watching. And inshallah, in the face-to-face lecture, we are going to deal with more activities. We are going to answer the exercises including in your textbook. And we'll have more activities to use these tenses in the context of reading or writing, and it will be more interesting. Thank you again for watching and for your time. See you next week in the face-to-face lecture. Bye-bye.